All right, let's talk about information flow diagrams. Now, I know they can seem a bit intimidating at first, but what if I told you they're actually one of the easiest places to scoop up full marks in an exam? Stick with me, and I promise you'll walk away with a super clear strategy. Let's do this.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start by busting a huge myth that trips everybody up. Then I'll give you the 3 golden rules that actually get you the points. We'll get really good at labels, walk through a step-by-step exam technique, and then break down a real past paper question together. And we'll finish up with the big idea. It's all about logic.
Okay, first things first, the IFD myth. Honestly, this is where pretty much all the stress and confusion comes from, so let's just get it out of the way right now.
So, this is the big one, right? The question everyone's thinking, do I need to memorize all those different shapes and symbols? This one question is responsible for so much hesitation and, frankly, for losing marks that you really should be getting.
Well, the answer, and I want you to hear this loud and clear, is a huge no. And don't just take my word for it. This quote is pulled directly from an official Pearson Edexcel Examiner report. It says, anything that is consistent should be allowed. Let that sink in. They are not marking your drawing skills. You can use circles, squares, whatever. As long as you stick with it, you're golden. Okay, so if the shapes don't matter, what does? Well, that's where our 3 golden rules come in. This is the stuff that actually earns you the marks. But before we dive into the rules, let's just make sure we're on the same page. What even is an information flow diagram? It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a map that shows how information travels from one part of a system to another. That's it. It's all about the journey of the data. All right, so here they are, the 3 golden rules. Rule number 1, you need your components. These are just the main parts of the system. Rule number 2, directional arrows. Simple lines with a clear arrowhead so we all know which way the data is flowing. And rule number 3, and listen up because this one is the big one, data labels. Every single arrow needs a label that says exactly what information it's carrying. And that last one, the labels, is so important it gets its own section. All 3 rules matter, for sure. But I'm telling you, this is where the game is won or lost. So let's talk about mastering your labels.
Okay, the rules for labeling seem easy, but this is where almost everyone messes up. You've got to remember your label describes the information, not the action. So it's not sends data, it's customer ID. See the difference? And it has to be about the data, not the device. And please, do not just write information or details on the line. The examiner reports are super clear on this. Vague labels get you 0 marks. You have to be specific.
And this slide just nails the point. Look on the left, you've got the good stuff, the mark winners, car registration, ticket details, beam state, super specific. Now look at the right. This is what we want to avoid. Sending information. That's an action. Number plate reader, that's a device. Data, list, just way too vague. The left tells you what is being sent. The right, not so much. That's the key difference.
Okay, so the theory makes sense, right? But how do you actually do this when the clock is ticking in an exam? That's what this next part is all about. A step-by-step method you can rely on every single time.
Here we go, your 5-step playbook. Step 1, scan the scenario and find all the nouns. Your computer, barrier, reader, those are your components. Step 2, find the brain of the operation, the main processing component. Plunk that right in the middle of your page. It's your anchor. Step 3, now draw all the inputs, the stuff flowing to the brain. Step 4 is the opposite. Draw all the outputs, the stuff flowing away from the brain. And you know what's last? Step 5, the grand finale, label every single arrow with the specific data.
All right, time to see if our playbook actually works. We're going to take a real past paper question and break it down, from the scenario all the way to a full marks answer.
So this one's from the January 2021 exam. Here's the setup. A company has car parks, and each one has a computer control system. The entry part has an entrance barrier, a number plate reader, a ticket machine, and a radar beam. Simple enough. The task is to draw the information flow diagram. Now seriously, this is a perfect time to hit pause and try it yourself. Use the 5 steps. Go on.
Okay, you back? Let's see how you did. Here is a perfect full mark answer. And look at that. What's right in the middle? The control computer. Just like we planned. Everything else is either feeding information in or getting instructions out. It's clean, it's logical, and notice the shapes? Just some simple boxes and a circle. Nothing fancy at all.
So let's get into the nitty-gritty. How did this get all the marks? Well, it's basically a checklist. First, did you get all the components on the page and connect them? Boom, that's a mark. Then it's all about the labels. Did you show the number plate readers sending car registration to the computer? That's a mark. The computer sending ticket details to the machine? Another mark. The machine sending ticket issued back? Yep, that's a mark too. Instructions to change barrier state? Mark. And the beam state from the radar? Another mark. See? It's just a series of logical connections, no magic involved. And all of this really brings us to our final and most important point of all: logic over looks. So if you take away nothing else from this, remember these things. Number 1, shapes do not matter. Just be consistent. Number 2, they are marking your logic, not your art skills. Number 3, the 3 golden rules are your best friends: components, arrows, and labels. And finally, the big one: focus on your labels. Make them specific, make them accurate. That is where you will get the most marks, guaranteed. So there you go. The whole secret to information flow diagrams isn't some complex code you have to crack. It's just about thinking logically through a simple story. So now that you know the game is about logic, not looks, what's the first scenario you're going to go and practice? Go get those marks.